let me see the mouse real quick. Let me see the mouse.
Apologies to all our numerous viewers. Kevin's fixing the camera, which I'm told is pretty important for streaming.
There we go. We should be good.
I've never streamed before, but I think it's
Let me see the mouse.
the most dignified thing two grown men could possibly be doing. Apologies to all our numerous viewers. Kevin's fixing the camera, which I'm told is pretty important. A famous YouTuber said very recently.
There we go. We should be good.
You have to have good I've never streamed at the beginning of your video.
Yeah, I heard that.
The most
the first
dignified thing
minute, you need very good lighting.
Yep. We just made it, just barely. That was 59 seconds in. All right, everyone. I'm Cooper Johnson, and this is
My name's Kevin.
no last
famous
name.
YouTuber.
We both work for
There we go,
GridSpace,
pretty good.
a speech technology company here
Yeah, I
in
heard
Los
that.
Angeles.
First minute.
And today we're going to be taking our AI voice agent, virtual voice agent Grace, I'm Cooper Johnson, seeing if she can do something that's a little bit out of her comfort
My name's
zone.
Kevin.
No last
famous
one.
YouTuber.
We both work for GridSpace, a speech.
You can also turn the sound off of the computer so we don't hear it.
Technical difficulties. Keeping us humble.
Yeah. It's our first live stream, so we're figuring out the kinks.
First of 8 seasons we have scheduled, I think. I don't know how I got rid of that. Anyway, we're gonna push Grace's limits. Grace is a robot. Better ways to describe her, but that's the best way. We're gonna have Grace try to order us a pizza, and if Grace fails, that's our fault. We don't eat tonight, so that's cool. Add some steaks. That's how you know this is gripping drama. Don't turn that dial. 2 concurrent viewers, whoever you are, or rather 1 concurrent viewer who's not us.
Yeah, and I'll be monitoring the chat, so if anybody has any suggestions to how to do this better or ways that we should be helping Grace order our pizza, please put them in the chat, and
So we can roast you.
yeah, we'll take all suggestions.
All right, so we've been boring for a long enough time. Kevin, do you know what the first bit of online shopping, you know what the first thing purchased online was? Back in what I assume was probably like 2002?
The first thing purchased online was it? I don't know.
First thing purchased online was pizza. And it was substantially earlier than 2002. Anyway, do you know, Kevin, what the first thing purchased with Bitcoin was?
Drugs.
It was pizza.
No.
We're officially going with, yeah, it's like we're sticking to the family-friendly mainstream story there. The first purchase someone was willing to show to the world that they made with Bitcoin was pizza. So Bitcoin's dumb. Online shopping is kind of cool though. But anyway, tonight we're going to add a third pillar in this temple to online transactions where pizza is acquired. And we're going to have an AI attempt to order us a pizza. But I'm going to flip the script on its head because Grace is pretty cool, but Grace is normally in what we call the opposite role that we're going to put her in today. Grace is there to speak to humans who want to achieve something and answer questions capably and politely decline to answer if she's not certain of having a true response. And also she has a very clearly defined job to do in every situation. She has a lot of autonomy because she's powerful AI and how to get through the task. But if someone talks to Grace and says, I want to add my kid to my driver's insurance policy, my auto insurance policy, or someone calls and tells Grace, I'm having a major medical crisis. Basically, Grace is there to provide help and respond to people's needs and kind of take an active role in being a good listener, but taking an active role just as far as being responsive to a human being's needs. But tonight, Grace is going to go on the offensive. Grace is only going to try to help herself and us by extension. Grace is not going to see what a human being wants to do. Grace is going to turn the screws, try to order a pizza. I don't know why I keep implying that this pizza place like doesn't want our business. I don't know. Let's pick a pizza place maybe that looks like create you, customer.
Varun has said that the audio is very quiet. We're gonna move the microphone. You can also turn off the sound on the MacBook so it can come out. We moved the microphone closer, so let us know if that helps. You might also want to bump up the decibels.
Bumping up the decibels.
Boom.
It's my favorite R&B jam from the early 90s. Bump up the decibels. Anyway, I don't see volume control on this hunk of junk. 7 concurrent users. I'm going to buckle under the pressure of this thing. We have more people than a single pizza will feed at this point. All right. Enough jibber jabber. Let's get into Grace. Like I said, Grace is doing not her usual thing today. She's very used to outbound calls, but that's normally to reach out to someone who previously expressed some need. But she's going to be making an outbound call tonight. Try to order us a pie. All right, so let's build this Grace playbook from scratch. And it will get super annoying because everyone likes hearing a guy think aloud to himself while typing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, oh, by the way, I'm a conversation designer, as you can probably tell from the hat. That means my stock and trade, my occupation is really maximizing the communication potential between AI, Grace, and human beings, working out that, that silicon gap, that flesh gap, whatever we call the gaping chasm between humanity and our robot friends. All right, but let's start by writing Grace's script. So ring, 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 the pizza place is going to pick up. They'll say something like Joe's Roundies. That's the name of the pizzeria, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Grace will say, hi, I'd like to order 1 pizza for pick up. And why is Grace being so on the nose about it? Because we have to control the conversation. Grace is really built to be very helpful to people, so we're going against her nature tonight. Maybe I can dial this back if we knock it out of the park on this, maybe it'll be proven that I was too worried about Grace's ability to be assertive about her needs, or our needs. She's not gonna eat the pizza.
Yeah.
All right, so Grace has Grace says she's gonna order 1 pizza for pickup. We need to, before we move on, we're gonna need to just get some sort of like assent or acknowledgement from the pizza place. So let's define our next steps here. How about, is that okay? Grace will say, I'd like to order 1 pizza for pickup. Is that okay? Probably the pizzeria will say yes.
Well, yeah, and just a bit of an overview of how we're going to do this. Like, we're going to test the bot with me a lot to try to work out the kinks and make sure we're not, like crank calling people. But once we feel like the bot is very confident, or we're confident in the bot, then we'll deploy it to the real world and see if she can actually order a pizza.
Yeah. Grace is not for mischief. Grace is for helping society flourish. Anyway, I changed the dialogue while Kevin was having dialogue of his own. Thank you for that commentary. Hi, I'd like to order 1 pizza for pickup. Grace will say that verbatim. Then she'll ask, can you take my order? Before the human being probably even has a chance to object. I don't know what will happen if someone says no. Think about that later. So just no. They can tell right away. We don't sell the robots. Your money's no good here, robots. So we'll deal with that later. But let's say if someone says yes or go ahead. Okay. So if someone says yes or go ahead in response to Grace requesting to make an order, make a new page, what will Grace say? Remember, she's going to be very blunt about this. Well, let me rename this page first. I'm going to call this specify order. Specify order.
So what kind of pizza do we want?
Oh, I wasn't leaving any room for conversation about that. We'll get to that in a second, though.
Okay.
All right. Grace will say, great. I would like to order the following one pizza for pick up.
Question, Cooper. You double spaced or like you have an empty line in between there. Does that change the way Grace, like, will she pause when you do that, or is that just for our visual?
Well spotted, Kevin. Yes. I don't need a blank space, but a nice little line break for all you Grace hobbyists at home. At least a line break shows Grace a little bit better the pace we want her to read at. If we give her a big chunk of, unbroken text, not broken into lines, she would read it out like it was supposed to be this little soliloquy, this stump speech. So if we add at least a line break, she'll understand that she's kind of speaking like discrete pieces of information. And I put a blank line in between for human readability.
I see. Cool.
I'm going to rewrite this dialogue. Story of a conversations designer's life. I'm going to rewrite this dialogue. Great. This is my order. One. One pizza. Kevin's going to find out in a second what kind of pizza I'm mandating that we order.
I can't wait. I'm so hungry.
All right. So I'm going to leave some room here in the conversation for the human to respond. I could just blitz them with information and hope they're listening to Grace, but that's no way to treat a fellow human being. All right, we're now ready for the big reveal. This is the pizza we're ordering.
I knew you were gonna try to pick Hawaiian.
We're gonna have to really make sure they offer one.
Let me make sure that they actually have. I don't think they do.
This place is a little bit of a square pie kind of place rather than a round pie. They might be a little snooty about the king of the pizzas.
Yeah, they might have opinions about the best pizza possible.
Look, everyone objects to Hawaiian when it's being ordered, but when it shows up, it's always the first pizza to go.
I'm a Hawaiian pizza apologist.
Johnson's first law of pizza ordering. Second law pertains to how much pizza you should order.
They don't have that pizza. They have spicy pepperoni, 4 cheese, margarita, meatloaf.
All right, we're gonna do 4 cheese. The resident vegetarian is here in the office, burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, it's just 4 cheese.
You might notice here, lessons learned from being a conversation designer and working with Grace. When I say this is my order, I'm putting a period after 1 because 4 cheese pizza also begins with a number. And Grace knows contextually what she's supposed to do by inferring it from, the task we've assigned her. But we're just going to take away any room for confusion by making this one pause, 4 cheese pizza, instead of 1 4 cheese pizza, which could get a little confusing. Because we're playing Who's On First with whoever hapless soul picks up the phone at pizzeria.
The chat is feeling very divided over if Hawaiian pizza is the best pizza.
Can we block people in the chat? We can do that, right? Chat, you're on notice. Hawaiian, number 1. 50th state, though, right?
It's also apparently National Pizza Month. So,
but it is, in fact, National Cheeseburger Day. So I don't know. Does the day supersede the month? All right, but anyway, Grace's order. This is my order.
Should have got a cheeseburger pizza then.
This place isn't that cool.
Very limited pizza options.
Yeah. Anyway, this is my order: 1 4-cheese pizza for pickup as soon as possible. And we know that's gonna go. We know that's gonna go weird. So let's have Grace ask this. I don't know if this is gonna be necessary, but that's the joy of letting rubber meet the road and seeing how robots and humans interact. Let's have Grace say, "Should I say that again?" If she said, like, "Do you need to hear that again?" Like, you really just come across really rude. And, Grace is not rude.
Should I say that again? Maybe she should say, like, did you get that?
It sounds too condescending to me, too. Maybe that's just trauma from earlier in my life. Maybe someone used to say to me, "Did you get that?" Really ground my gears.
Yeah.
So if she should say that again, let's have this page loop back on itself. Oh no, we're not going to do that. I forgot we took that ability away, which is smart. Let's actually try a different Grace technique here. I'm going to give 2 options that kind of affirm the negative here. Grace says, "Should I say that again?" If someone says no, or "I got it," then we'll move on. But you notice those mean the same thing. So if Grace is listening for that, waiting basically for the permission to move on when someone indicates that they do not need to hear the order again. But we'll trigger Grace to generate some dialogue if they're like, "Say that again, what was your order?" And since we've scripted it into like the task that we're giving here, like Grace will have awareness that she's trying to order 1 4-cheese pizza.
Okay, what if they ask, like, is that all?
I'm going to bank on Grace not punting on that. Grace said the worst thing kind of Grace could say is like, I don't know. I don't have information about that. But since we've just said 1 4-cheese pizza, I'm putting my faith in Grace. I think she'll say it was just a 4-cheese pizza. Then she'll say, "Should I say that again?" And
Okay.
if someone wants to torment themselves, they could infinitely ask Grace if they got her order right. Perfectionist, maybe. Okay, so these will both go to the same page. I think the next thing we're going to need to specify actually is how we're going to pay.
Oh, yeah.
Because while Grace can take payments over the phone with the right data integrations, it's very easy enough to do, we have not made a Grace that is a proactive payer. Not a lot of demand for that. Maybe there will be. 5 years from now, maybe Grace will call and pay everyone's bills.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're trying for the easiest option here, which is just we'll pay on pickup.
Kevin and I are both of an age, and I think we remember the main way to obtain pizza was to order it over the phone and pay with cash upon delivery.
Yeah, those are the good old days. I used to deliver pizza.
Yeah.
That was the main mode.
The American Empire is in its adolescence right now. For some reason, you can't get a pizza the old-fashioned, honest way anymore.
The pizza delivery service has lost its way, I would say.
Yeah. Oof. Thanks, Obama. All right. Payment. We know for this, because we give our business to this pizzeria fairly often, that they will accept an order, a cash payment on pickup. They're not going to make us put down any sort of pizza deposit or, put a pie on layaway. But I still think it's nice if we have Grace ask this. Grace is polite, as we've said before. She has that southern graciousness. So let's say, I'd like to pay for that in cash when my pickup. By the way, you might be wondering, like, Grace does not drive a car. She has no physical presence. She can't like hack into a self-driving Tesla or something like that
That'd be
yet.
We need a connector for that.
Yeah, we need a couple of data integrations or between us and that. We're sending the intern. The intern's going to get the pizza. It's not exploitation. Pizza's basically all they want. They asked if they could work for free and just get pizza. We said no. We have to pay you. We can also have pizza. So like for every week this summer, they've been throwing some sort of like red sauce, frozen red sauce monstrosity into the toaster oven. Probably have scurvy by now. Anyway, we're sending the intern to get the pizza. All right, I'd like to pay for that in cash at pickup. You know what? Thinking through this conversation, I think we forgot a critical thing.
What?
We are going to add a form. We're going to have Grace intake some information because this is not just where we info dump on the phone answerer at the pizzeria. We are going to need to know what this thing cost. All right,
the chat is familiar with how much our interns love Costco lasagna, so they're just throwing that out there. So
tell chat to get back to work. Anyway,
real quick, we should probably learn how to turn off this speaker. We're getting like an echo effect.
I mean, I hear it.
Yeah.
All right, chat, bear with us.
Go to system settings.
Yeah, Kevin's telling me to go to system settings, which I already had open.
Disable that. Or output volume.
Oh, there we go.
Boom. Okay. So throw a wrench in this. Should she just say in her order that she wants it for pickup? Would that like, or is that?
It's in there.
Oh, for pickup as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, like, should she just info dump and say like pick up, paying with cash?
Yeah, to this point, like Grace is mostly info dumping. I'd like to order one pizza for pickup. She does ask if you can take my order. That's more just polite turn taking. Turn taking being the effortless back and forth between speakers who alternate in a conversation. Very important if you're designing a conversation for a robot. Wasn't brought up to know these things, or is. I'm Grace's dad. All right, so yeah, but she'll reiterate 1 4-cheese pizza for pickup as soon as possible. And we're not being rude here. We're just giving them, the pizzeria, the information that they would inevitably need. But we should at least like performatively ask how much that's going to be.
Oh, yeah. That would be good.
Can you tell me the total for the order?
Let's also make sure.
How do you like that phrasing? Would you understand? I want to know the price of my pizza if I say, can you tell me the total for the order? What will that come to?
How much does it cost? And how much will this cost?
It's a price. All right, so yeah, Grace is asking a question. She's filling out a variable that I've called pizza price. She doesn't really care about the answer because we're ordering this pizza anyway. Big spenders here.
So this pizza place also sells by the slice. Does ours specify order page? For 1 4-cheese. Yeah, that communicates.
This place doesn't do separate sizes. It's like you get a pie or you get a slice.
Yeah. If anybody in the chat can guess the pizza place we're ordering at any point, we will confirm or deny.
They may or may not have been represented by a character called the Noid.
What?
May or may not.
I'm looking that up.
A pizza place was represented by the Noid, I can tell you that. It was important that we avoid him. Anyway, that's chat from decades past.
I think Cooper just made this up.
Noid. Just search for the Noid. Either this is like significant Mandela effect. Oh yeah, he found it.
Okay, yeah. This is
Oh, we've been stuck on this page forever. Can you tell me what this will cost? I'm gonna make this question optional. They should answer it for Grace, but since we're not pricing out our order, we're just pushing it through. If for some reason communication breaks down here around what it's gonna cost, like if they say, you tell me, or something obtuse like that, Grace can bypass this question. Grace can move past this question without getting a satisfactory answer to it. Probably in a lot of cases where you would like want to be exchanging like financial numbers, you wouldn't want to make this optional, but we're getting this pizza. We'll be surprised by a $200 bill when we get there.
perfect.
They'll throw gold flake on it for some reason. Okay. But anyway,
Well, we burned half an hour of our time that we've allotted to try to do this.
all right, I'll just hurry. Get price. All right, this page is called Get Price. And once we move on to that, no options, we're going to move on to payment. I'd like to pay in cash when I pick up the pie. What?
Someone in the chat just said, Grace, Dad, hee hee.
Is anyone tipping us? If not, why not?
Yeah, it's really weird that no one's tipping us.
I allude to the fact that you can order pizza with Bitcoin and no one's giving us even a couple Satoshis. Right.
Yeah, let me check my Bitcoin wallet and see if it blew up since the stream started.
All right, so we know this pizza place. Let's have some hardball negotiation here. We know this pizza place allows cash at pickup. But if they say something else, Grace is going to push back at them. So that'll be fun. Let's see if they do. Okay, so Grace is going to pay in cash when she picks up. Go to get ETA on how long it's going to take to get that pizza.
The
I'm
chat
so confident this is going to work, but pride comes before the fall, right?
the chat is guessing Joe's Pizza.
Joe's Pizza. I'm not even sure I've heard of that. Not Joe's.
Not Joe's, and they also gave us some money emojis. I don't know if that counts as a tip.
Probably. To Gen Z? I bet it does. What was I going to ask? Oh, yeah. Just going to get a number.
Yeah.
Free response. Free response. Someone's, we don't know. That's the fun thing about conversations. You never know exactly the format someone's going to give Grace information in. You know, one man's 30 minutes is another man's half hour. So we'll get the info just by not trying to impose a format on it, like not making it a number. We'll just take free response there. Although Grace is pretty savvy. If someone said half an hour, we requested like an integer number of minutes, she could probably format it into 30. But who knows what they'll say? Like maybe they'll say we'll get to it when we get to it. That'll be fun.
They could just say it's busy. We don't know.
And about how long do you think it will take?
Cougar, what's the longest you've ever waited for a pizza?
I mean, how old am I? Like, I'm still waiting for still waiting for the perfect one. Still searching.
I guess the longest interval between pizza is the longest you've waited.
I guess. All right, time until pickup. So they'll make that option. Yeah, we'll make that optional too. Maybe someone will be wishy-washy.
So what
rather not have Grace try to like dump this conversation off to me. Like, cause I can designate myself as like the human backup if this conversation goes off the rails. But if someone is wishy-washy or doesn't give Grace a straight answer about how long it will take, I don't want her to try to like escalate this call to a human being. We'll just roll with it.
So what does that mean when you toggle that optional button?
What's that?
Like, what does that actually do? Like, what does toggling optional do?
Basically, if Grace hits her maximum number, if we have Grace try multiple times, she'll rearrange her dialogue every time to try to get to an acceptable answer. An acceptable answer being defined by something we've told Grace to listen for, either like information in a specific format, or she can reformat into the correct format. Or if we're requiring a hard yes or no, Grace would also reject it if someone said, I don't know. If we had only said you can only accept a binary yes or no. But by making it optional, Grace does not sweat getting the exact information that we're hoping for. If she doesn't get it, she'll hit her maximum number of reattempts and just move on.
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
Not worry about it too much. And I think we did that with Price here too. Like if for some reason there's a communication breakdown.
If they just say like
Yeah.
something really arbitrary.
But if Grace were, calling defense contractors trying to get a quote on, some surface to air missile, we'd probably want to make it like not optional about the price. We'd want to get a number there.
Cooper, do you know what Bratcoin is?
I can infer what Bratcoin is, and knowing nothing about it, I don't want to know any more about it.
Question is,
Also, it's autumn now. It is autumn.
yeah,
Whatever Bacchanalian and summer we had, that is behind us.
that was a summer coin, chat.
Yeah, I think it's actually summer for like 3 more days. Cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, so Grace is going to ask optionally about the time. I'm kind of wondering if we make a page where we just can absorb any final remarks, but maybe we just say, so a page where we kind of just force. I have a page called wrap up, and we'll add some next steps. Like, cool, are we all set? If someone says yes or all set, Grace would understand probably all set as meaning yes, but I haven't trained this Grace at all, so I'm just gonna make it really easy for her to sign off on this. Something like all set. No, and another no page.
Yeah, we have a request for Grace to
If someone
make
says no, let's make a page called disaster.
a...
And if someone says yes,
The chat is requesting that Grace makes up a poem about the endless pursuit of pizza. Maybe we can do that in the downtime once we successfully order a pizza and wait for pizza.
it's a very good thing that Grace is not ChatGPT. They're different, they're very different products built on, the same underlying models or technology. But Grace is all business. Grace is politeness and business. Grace is not here to make a mockery of the human creative process.
I guess that's true. She won't just create a poem.
But anyway, if everything's good, Grace will say, perfect. Goodbye, pizza guy.
Goodbye, pizza guy. I like that, actually.
Looking forward to having that pie. Goodbye, pizza guy. Looking forward to having that pie. And I make this an outcome page, and outcomes are potential points where the conversation can end. We'll call this pizza ordered without incident is the outcome there. We'll see. We'll see if that's true.
Yeah. I mean, this is so many questions. I feel like whenever I order a pizza over the phone, it's like a speed. It's like I'm talking to like an auctioneer or something. They want it to be over so fast.
Well, I know chat wants to see us order pretty quickly, but maybe we can give Grace a little bit of a knowledge base first.
Yeah.
So, for those of you watching at home who aren't super AI nerds, welcome. But we're going to give Grace a little bit of some knowledge that we want her to have. So, what we'll do is we'll just write some documentation for Grace that she can rely on as a ground source of truth.
Yeah, so a knowledge base is, did you already explain what a knowledge base is?
A little bit. Information repository we're going to attach to this particular instance of Grace. And it's nice if it has a nice descriptive name of the information contained inside, because everything helps Grace index or get context for the information that she is going to be pulling from and using statistics and wizardry to generate cogent responses. So I'm going to call this knowledge base how to order pizza, which is a dead giveaway for the information that we're going to try to include in it. So are there any possible objections? I don't remember why I started this knowledge base, but
I mean, we need to, like, are we going to put in this, like, the type of pizza we want? Or, like, what will go in a knowledge base?
we don't need to put in the type of pizza we want because we added scripted dialogue, which is basically another type of way of giving Grace a source, a hard source of truth. So as soon as Grace gets to the pizza ordering page and sees that it's called for ordering one four cheese pizza, she'll know that. That will be within her context window. I think we should start with a classic. Are you a robot? Grace has an innate response to answering "Are you a robot?" But sometimes it really helps to flesh that out just based on the exact situation.
Like a more contextual response.
I'm an AI. Well, yeah, So I'm going to say yes. I'm an AI voice agent, but I'm trying to order pizza for my human coworkers. And maybe they'll find that charming.
Hungry human coworkers?
Sure. Kevin throwing some jazz on it. I like it. That's conversation design. We'll just call the document "Are you a robot?" too. Can't hurt. Maybe it could. All right. Let's add some other rebuttals. Like, the nice thing about knowledge bases is we don't have to, like we did in the dark old days, try to think of as many like ways a conversation could go wrong and actually like manually define how to handle that, like in the predecessor to the playbook we just showed. We can just imagine if this terrible situation comes up, we can give Grace the knowledge to handle it and try to move on with her life and her task intelligently. So what's something else that might go wrong with this?
They might ask where we're located or how long. What part of town are you in? I don't know, like if you call a pizza place, they might want to make sure you didn't accidentally call the wrong pizza place, which I've done a lot.
Pizza. Let's call this pizza delivery area. We're not doing delivery. But I think that's how you describe like the radius that a pizza place serves.
Yeah, they'll call it their, yeah.
What part of town are you in? I'm in the downtown LA Arts District. And I will say this is the 3rd Street location.
We might be giving away a lot of information here where we're ordering from.
Yeah.
I'll check.
Well, apparently chat needed the clues.
Yeah. They also don't love Hawaiian pizza, so they have some very inaccurate pizza information.
Yeah, log that chat. And have some offline chats with people about.
And yeah, you're correct.
Their strange proclivities. All right, so I'm writing like pairs, conversational pairs here, like turns, like I talked about earlier. Q&A is fine. If we write down a question we might expect Grace to be asking, so you can find that question and find an answer that's paired with it. But it can also be statements. So if someone says this is the 3rd Street location, because I think there's about half a dozen in this city, that's perfect. I'm located a few blocks away in the Arts District.
Yeah. At what point do we give this a test?
Like, let me do some bookkeeping real quick and actually like throw this Grace together under one hood, and we'll be ready. So we have our knowledge base. I'm going to index that knowledge base so Grace can search for it. All right. And let's make the actual bot. So what is the bot? The bot is in some ways the yin and the yang. It's the entirety of the Grace agent that we want. You can call this bot pizza orderer, and we'll designate that Grace, when called upon to do so, well, Grace, we'll tell her job title is virtual pizza assistant in this case, in case it comes up. She works for us. She works for Goodspace. I'm not gonna change any of these personality sliders because I think baseline Grace, stock Grace, out of the box Grace is gonna be perfect for our needs here, or at least for pizza ordering. So I'll save those changes to Grace's profile, and then we will pair up our playbook, pizza, how to order a pizza. And oh boy, how do I do this without showing the entire world your phone number? So we're going to test with you.
You can put it in, I don't care.
All right. This is not Kevin's phone number. All right, we're going to have this call.
Feel free to hit me up.
Yeah, Grace is going to call Kevin now if I remember to do everything that I need to do, and see if she can order a pizza from Kevin.
I'd like to order one pizza for pickup. Can you take my order?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Uh-huh. Great. This is my order, 1 4-cheese pizza for pickup as soon as possible. Should I say that again?
Do you want anything else?
Uh-huh. No, that's all for now. Should I say that again?
Let me just repeat that back. It's 1 4-cheese pizza.
Can you tell me what this will cost?
It'll be $47.
Mm-hmm. You said $47. Is that correct?
Yeah. Hey, am I talking to a robot?
Okay. I'd like to pay in cash when I pick up the pie. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do that. Am I, but only if I'm talking to a human.
Mm-hmm. And about how long do you think it will take?
Probably about 20 minutes, but yeah. Are you a robot?
Cool. Are we all set?
Yeah, we're all set.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Says I, pizza guy, looking forward to having that pie.
So she never left the rails.
Yeah. Not flawless, but who among us is the first time that we're trying something we've never done before? But that's the beauty of Grace. We have so many tools that we could use to improve Grace's performance here. We could edit a lot of the choices that she made, if she made them incorrectly, or if she said something a little weird or a little off-brand. We could say, "How about you say it this way next time?" We could also add to her knowledge base to give her more information, or we could just change the playbook if it's like, okay, somewhere between robot and human, this step always gets mishandled. Yeah, we can make Grace better instantly and in a lot of different ways. And you really find out how a bot needs to be when a Grace bot starts talking to real people. So, but I mean, she's happy enough with that we can call Old Prince Street right now, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you hadn't guessed by now.
We're getting Prince Street. The only thing I will say is that it does feel a little tongue-in-cheek the way she ends the call, almost like if I was taking that order as a pizza guy, I'd feel a little like, was that a joke?
I'm keeping it.
Okay.
That said, I did think that my punctuation on the order, in order to make it like more clear, may have backfired on me a little bit. So I'm just going to change that. This is my order. 1. Maybe I'll hyphenate 4 cheese. We'll just leave it as that.
Okay, but you think this will make her like say it a little smoother?
What's that?
This will make it her like you removed a period.
Yeah, she landed harder on one than I thought she would. And it was actually too hard. It's too much of a good thing. It sounded a little weird. Okay. Back to bots.
Chat says that I want more friends.
Who wants more friends?
I guess maybe that I do. Maybe.
Oh, because you didn't like the goodbye pizza guy?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, Kevin's worked real hard today. Cut him some slack.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we do a live call now with the pizza place, right? Are we ready? I mean, I feel ready.
I mean, so the chat has some requests.
Okay.
One is they would like this implemented as some kind of easy button so that at any point we can press it and it orders us a pizza. Which I think, if this is successful, we should really seriously look into.
Sure. One step at a time.
The other one is to ask it a knowledge base, which I'm guessing that question is like the chat wants to see it get asked questions from its knowledge base.
All right. Well, I can do that if there's gonna be a little bit of downtime until we actually go get the pizza.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna call it and have it talk to a real person that knows how to make pizza.
But I feel like, Grace is super smart, but this particular Grace is just naive. Not her fault. So in a bit of way, it's like giving like a 5-year-old like $10, telling him to go get a gallon of milk from the corner. You're gonna find out, and it could be agonizing.
The chat is also asking for me to put on your hat.
No.
Zero hesitation. All right, we're gonna do it. Are we gonna call?
Yeah.
Grace is going to talk to a real person.
All right, here we go.
All right, so we're just gonna be able to see the conversation happen.
And hopefully I entered the right number. Grace could be calling City Hall.
Ordering a pizza. Wow, I'm so excited.
This is taking a long time to go through. Pizza place.
Where's the first? Okay, so she's asking, can you take my order? Hello? Wow, I found where. So confused. This sounds like a recording. Come on, Grace.
Oh no, they hung up on us.
Shoot.
This is fine. I'm actually encouraged by this.
Yeah.
Remember I said Grace was polite? We can also make her petty. So let's add a new page. This one's called let's call this Grace's purpose. But I'm gonna make it Alright, so this will actually be the greeting. We're gonna make this the start page. Where did it go? Greeting, and its next page will be purpose. So hello, you just hung up on me, but it's okay. I'm a voice robot who works in the arts district. And I want to order a pizza for my coworkers.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna call back and Grace is she's gonna follow up and pull back the curtain a little bit.
All right, we're gonna add Hello Prince Street Pizza, You know, like in a different world, this would be like a variable. You just punch in, if Grace says like, what's the name of your business? You'd punch in Prince Street Pizza, pass that in as a variable. Or you could say Prince Street Pizza, 3rd Street location. That's the power of variables. We're just gonna hard script it now.
Yeah.
All right. Round 2.
I mean, would this be the first pizza ordered by a virtual agent?
Could be. Like, I'd need to see proof of someone else. But that's why I said, first thing ordered online was pizza back in, I don't know, that must have been the late 80s, I would guess. Maybe the 90s. And then Bitcoin, first non-illegal Bitcoin purchase was pizza as well.
So, all right. Round 2. I'm surprised at how nervous I am about this.
I don't think anyone will be able to trace this back to you. But yeah, I know. It's cringe. It's that secondhand embarrassment. You want things to go well.
I want them to go well so
Break
bad.
a leg, Grace.
All right, Grace is calling round 2. Let's see. So they picked up. She got through her spiel. Whoa, they're playing ball. They're confirming the order. This is really good. We are going to tip these guys so hard when we go to pick up this pizza.
All right, so Grace contextually knew that she is ordering a 4-cheese pizza.
Oh, can I have a name? We didn't think of this.
No, Grace knows her name is Grace.
$40,000. They should have just confirmed. I would have. This is so cool.
Nice.
Amazing. Oh, I wish we had the Grace audio. We'll edit it in. 25 minutes. Oh. Should we write a quick one where they call back?
Yeah.
We're so close. Man. That was exhilarating.
That was exhilarating. And now we're calling back. All right. So, new page. Actually,
Cole says authoring error.
well, that was absolutely an authoring. This is the joy of conversation design. You figure out immediately what you did not account for in the rich tapestry of information exchange.
We are going to have to tip these guys hard. Cole says, say I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you my name. Should we mention, like, should we kind of address any fears and say, like, I appreciate you helping me out with this. I promise I won't forget the tip or something.
Yeah. She got mine's working faster than I can type. Let's new page. What did you say here? The name for the order of 1 4-cheese pizza is Grace.
These guys are at a pizza shop. Like, I just got an order from a robot. Griffin is suggesting we end with a tagline.
Hey, no names. Quit doxing the chat.
The chat can see it. one of our viewers is saying we should end with a. Brandon, you want to come say hi? Come say hi. We're ordering a pizza with Grace.
We have
Oh, cool.
40,000 viewers.
Wow.
No, we have 8.
That's awesome.
But we got Grace to order a pizza, but
It's unclear if the order went in.
so we have to call back to give the order a name.
Oh, I see. Can she handle like? Can she handle like toppings? What is she doing?
No, we told her what pizza we wanted, which was 4 cheese.
Oh.
But she called the pizza shop and asked and talked to the guy.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And like he's like, I really need a name for the order, and then Grace got nervous
Oh,
and hung
okay.
up. So we're calling back to give a name.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear it the next call.
Well, we'll have to pull the audio out.
Well,
Off later.
are you calling her again? Are
Yeah.
you calling the pizza place again?
Yeah, to give her her name and to make sure they're actually cooking us a pizza because we are very hungry. Chat loves it.
Will this go better? We'll see.
Next time we do this, we're gonna have to figure out a way to we can hear the Grace audio when we do the call.
Well, I made a little echo, but we can probably turn the system audio back on for our stream machine.
Will it give us the audio?
What's that?
Will it play the audio of the call?
Should. Whether that shows up over.
We put the video together all later.
Why don't I try to throw that on while we're at it? See if we hear anything this time. All right, here goes nothing. Third attempt.
Man, I really want this pizza. All right. She was the one that called earlier. It's too late. We're already doing it. I feel like I'm in the situation room of the White House. Which order? Oh, the Portuguese.
Same person.
Ooh, yes, you did. And what was the total again? Oh, Grace isn't gonna remember the total from a previous call.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, well, she name dropped.
Yeah.
Grace technically was probably the one that hung up there, so we might be okay.
I say in 20 minutes
Not bad.
we roll the dice.
Yeah.
We rolled the dice, but we should send our steamed pizza gopher right now.
Yeah. Let me message our pizza intern.
Well, chat, that's how business gets done.
Pretty cool.
Spent a lot of time delegating to the robot. And you forget to give the robot complete instructions. But that's how you learn.
I mean, we pretty much just used her right out of the gate. We tested once and just let it rip.
Yeah. Like, we got increasingly close on every attempt. And if it had broken slightly differently, I think our second attempt, the most robust full order attempt, would have slid through a lot of times, maybe like 6 times out of 10.
I think like opening with I'm a virtual agent and just putting cards on the table, like people then like they know exactly how to interact with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like 'cause the first one they called and the guy was like, "Is this a recording?" And he just kind of hung up.
I see.
So then Cooper was like, "We're calling back." All right, I might be our pizza gopher because I just remembered. Why not call again and say I just remembered my total, Cole Franks? I don't want to pester the pizza
Yeah.
people.
Nice.
They're the gatekeepers to pizza. And
That's true. So yeah, we'll send a pizza gopher ASAP. Got to give them cash.
yeah, I have
I
cash.
guess they technically could maybe pay with card,
It might be me.
but maybe the pizza people will be like, "Hey,
You said cash.
that AI Grace, yeah." It's like I don't think you represent Grace because Grace wanted to pay cash. In conversation design, you really have to say what you mean and mean what you say, and we said cash.
Should we try to improve our bot, just you and I, while we wait for pizza?
You know, we can do that. We can add some color to the knowledge base. There's gonna be a long time to wait.
Yeah. We do that. I'm sending out some feelers right now to see if anybody's actually in the office and wants to go pick up pizza.
Well, that's
Alright.
very cool.
I don't know if intermissions happen in live streams,
Make an
but
appearance.
chat, how about this? We'll take 5 here, chat, and then we'll be back.
We will be back with hopefully pizza. We're back.
Hey guys. That's what people say, right?
Um,
Hey guys.
we sent out a splinter crew to go pick up the pizza. And in the
And
meantime,
possibly to apologize profusely.
it's a very big tip.
Yeah, they'll apologize with money. But anyway, we'll goof around and make Grace a little bit better. And talk about what we're doing here. All right, so let's go up and pop back into that knowledge base, I think. Right, Kevin?
Yeah.
And give Grace some like arcane information we need. So something that I noticed, I have mixed feelings about this. Something I noticed is like Grace, if you ask her what her name is, she will reply with whatever name you specified in the bot profile. So you are able to change Grace's name, and it will stick. If you just typed in her name was Polly Pizza, she'd believe her name is Polly Pizza. But so if you ask her that, she's good. But Grace was not understanding. What I need a name for the order means. So let's write that into the knowledge base and kind of like just buffer, like supplement Grace's awareness of what's happening. So I need a name for the order, and I will add in some alternate phrasing here, which
Which
that's
that's
slash separated. It'll all be viewed as the same thing. Can I get a name for that?
what's the name?
What's the name? Yeah. And those don't need to be verbatim. Like those are 3 nice examples that, as long as semantically someone expresses that, then Grace will respond. The name for the order is Grace. And that's Grace, Grace. We'll call that document name for the order, and I'll save it. So that's probably like, my least favorite way of passing information into Grace. I like her to know things contextually, and I like advocating for Grace learning new behaviors holistically across all Grace instances that are out there. Baking in like Grace learning that if someone asks, can I get a name for that in a food context, that she should just give her own name.
Well,
But I want to go on.
Well, I was gonna say, so this fixes an issue that we can test it, but I do have a question. Since we have this now, is there any way we can make this instance of Grace useful in the future?
Yeah, so this playbook and this knowledge base can be copied, modified, applied to other bots. We could write an all new pizza ordering playbook, but still want to attach the same knowledge base, and Grace would have the information, but maybe she's more equipped to do fancier orders, or maybe she wants to add on some garlic knots or an Italian wedge salad, something like that. So we can redefine Grace's task with the new playbook, or make an entirely separate one that's a different kind of Grace ordering bot. But yeah, like once we build out these bot assets, the playbook and the knowledge base, they're infinitely reusable, reassignable. We could be running like basically the exact same bot and just basically making it different files and having it call different numbers, and in the bot page giving it a different name or assigning it for a different company, all that kind of good stuff. So, but another thing I wanted to revisit about like Grace not getting like, can I get a name for that? Let's look and see if Grace ever did some generative dialogue reply to that we can coach.
Okay.
She does select a link, so she didn't say anything in response to get a name for that, so that's hard. But let's see. What did she click? That's okay. No, I'm not gonna be able to write in any generative dialogue or provide any corrections to generative dialogue because Grace just made a snap decision to move on to the next page.
So even if you edited, and how long do you think that will take is the next page? So if you edited that, it wouldn't apply to that question that was asked previously.
Yeah, this is scripted dialogue. And the way you can tell is sometimes you just need to know what the playbook you've given this bot is. So, but I know for a fact that's scripted dialogue. Let's see if Grace did. This is generative dialogue, so we can do kind of a demo of like how we could show up Grace this way, even though it's not going to be super relevant.
So yeah, so the difference here is before the knowledge base is just the document that she'll reference, whereas in a coaching session is the actual conversation. So they're slightly different, have slightly different purposes. Cooper, do you like what is the biggest benefit of editing the actual dialogue like this?
Benefit of action editing the actual generative dialogue that Grace made up. Generative's fancy term for computer improvising. Improvising from, like very solid background information, but improvising nonetheless. If we edit the dialogue that the machine generated, we can kind of just nudge them towards different style of speaking. We can like kind of imbue personality into the bot by saying, hey, say it differently this time, or remember to include this piece of information because like our company always name drops or always says thank you in this certain kind of way. Anytime that wasn't scripted in, we could just teach Grace to say it by correcting or augmenting her generative dialogue. But let's pretend this is the right place to do it. It's also not really that amiss. So Grace confirms contextually that the order was correct. Let's add this dialogue and the order and the name for the order is Grace. Can you please tell me the cost? Definitely a weird, kind of awkward place to put it into the conversation. It's all relevant to the conversation, so we can kind of let it slide. But that's the way to check it. Pretend someone had asked Grace for the name. We could coach this behavior in. So I'll click save. See that Grace is studying up here. It's only one change in a relatively short conversation. It won't be too much lift for Grace to study this successfully. So I'd bet about 30 seconds, maybe even less since we started a little bit ago. Grace will internalize this change, that she should offer up the name for the order as Grace.
So is there anything we can do in this coaching session with her mishearing the pizza amount to be $40,000?
I'd have to go back. I'd try to dig up the dialogue for this and see exactly what was said. Because if you notice here, like clearly, like the human being expressed it in two different ways. Grace was listening for a dollar amount, which just like was a little off by just by about an order of magnitude about what a pizza costs.
So when he said it, he must have said it's 4106.
Yeah, that definitely could have been a pause there, where we definitely that definitely would have been more understandable if there were not a pause there.
Well, it's a good thing that she.
So I don't know if this gets corrected in the transcript, or this gets neatly formatted in the transcript as possible that the pizza person said no, $41.06 the second time. And there's Grace, knowing that she was listening for a dollar amount, not just any other type of number, correctly got it that time. So also it could have been background noise there. I don't know. I'd have to look at the raw transcript to see exactly what they said. But Grace knows to check, and I'm glad she did.
We almost bought the most expensive pizza.
We didn't enter into some verbal contract to pay over $40,000.
Yeah, we almost got to make a YouTube
cheese
video
pizza.
called "I paid $40,000 for a pizza, and this is what it tastes like."
Yeah, I mean, $40K might have been justifiable if there were pineapple on it. It wasn't, as we've discussed.
It's true.
All right. So yeah, what else you want to teach Grace? Anything off the wall, Kevin? You want to get a little weirder with what knowledge we bestow Grace with?
I mean, yeah, let's go give her an opinion of Hawaiian pizza.
All right. So, again, putting on our conversation designer hats, we have to think about a lot of different ways people could ask this, and also variations that don't quite mean the exact same thing. So we'll say do you like Hawaiian pizza? I'll give Grace some answer there in a second. But I also want to ask, like, do you like pineapple on pizza? Because this is an axe that I have to grind that I want to teach Grace. Grace is following in my footsteps. Do you like pineapple on pizza? And Grace can say, like, let's make Grace real pedantic. When people ask me that, I always wonder if they're thinking about just like pineapple on some random pizza. Pineapple is great on Hawaiian pizza. And that's the end of that. Because really, like, people ask me if I like pineapple on pizza. Like, I'm not thinking of some like black olive pineapple pie. Disgusting. I want Hawaiian. Hawaiian pizza is what I want all the time. All right, so do you like Hawaiian pizza? Grace can be sassy. You mean the best pizza? Yeah, I like Hawaiian pizza.
What if they ask her what her favorite pizza is? Like, what if Grace asked for suggestions? Like, I don't know what kind of pizza I want. Or if the pizza shop owner asks.
Sure. Well, let's see what it's like. Many, documents that are super focused on like one single thing are going to serve Grace better, just like they would a human being. If you were looking through, like a how-to document your first day on the job, you'd like information to be ordered just like a little piece of information closely aligned to like a header. That's basically what we're doing with Grace here. She can more intelligently search the information. So I'm not going to add Grace's favorite pizza bio to the Hawaiian pizza debate article. Let's make a new article called Pizza Preferences. What is your favorite type of pizza? Kind of pizza? You're imagining the pizzaiolo is asking her this?
Yeah. Like, maybe they're trying to chat up Grace and they're asking her what they know best.
All right. So we can have Grace say whatever we want. So how about if it's real pizza, I like Hawaiian. But I also enjoy many pizzas from Italy. Which is not real pizza.
Yeah.
What else?
Those Hawaiians really know how to make pizza.
Do you want it sliced?
Yeah, no,
Which is a weird thing for a pizza place to ask, but I have been asked that for.
Grace wants unsliced.
I want unsliced pizza.
Yeah. Stuck to the roof of the box. Perfect.
Slice the pizza. Should be sliced the pizza. Because there's no telling if Grace, as a synthetic person, really has any awareness of, like pizza could be sliced or not sliced. You gotta tell her these things.
Also, thank you everybody who's currently here waiting for our pizza to see if we have successfully ordered a pizza or not, because it's a bit ambiguous. So we're currently waiting.
So here's funny. We should tell Grace what her favorite like format of pizza is, but what's your favorite style of pizza? It's very similar to our question, what's your favorite kind of pizza? So let's add another contextual question of favorite kind of pizza. We're going to say, what are your favorite pizza toppings? And we see how this bears out in practice because Grace understands the difference. but we've expanded on the meaning that she should be listening for here by aligning favorite kind of pizza with toppings. But down here for what's your favorite style of pizza, what is your favorite regional pizza?
Yeah.
I think Grace is a Detroit style girl.
Detroit unsliced Hawaiian pizza. She could say Detroit, but as if I had to pick a second, it could be St. Louis.
Oh yeah. Grace loves the pizzas of the greater Midwest area.
Yeah. Cooper, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
I'm all in on the Detroit train. I know it's pretty trendy right now, but I love it. Love me a good grandma pie with those gently browned, oily crust edges.
Is Detroit style pizza like popular right now?
Yeah. I mean, like, look, a couple of years ago, you could not find a Detroit style pizza in Los Angeles. I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, it's like a thick crust pizza with like sauce on top.
All right. So if someone has a question about like maybe someone just needs to know more. I'm predicting a question, predicting a human need, which is half of what my job is, making these good conversations.
I think we should call her.
What?
I think we should call her again.
All right, we're gonna call Grace, but we're gonna teach Grace. What does Grace need to know about St. Louis style pizza? St. Louis style pizza. Kevin and I have broken bread together, shared a feast of St. Louis style pizza in St. Louis.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
sure you can get it outside of there.
we are experienced St. Louis pizza eaters.
A thin cracker-like crust and is necessarily
Has
topped with Provel cheese.
technically has cheese on it.
Provel is technically a cheese.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so save our little knowledge base, index it because Grace needs to learn it. Go back to our playbook. I think we're gonna have to we'd set the mea culpa, my name is Grace conversation to be the lead off. Probably
Yep.
need to change that back.
Clicking away from the knowledge base before we confirm that it's indexed.
You can do it later. Also, we make a quality product here. Indexing is extremely reliable. No sarcasm. It's good. Grace is very studious. All right. You know who Grace is, so I'm actually going to make this purpose page. I'm going to skip the preamble where she accuses you of hanging up on her. All right. This is purpose is the start page now because we have that kind of flexibility.
All right, should we really try to throw her off, or do we just run through it?
What's that?
Do we try to throw her off? Because like she feels pretty like she really wants to stick to the playbook.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. Like Grace wants to stick to the playbook because that's her job. Like the playbook is kind of like her reason for existing. Whoever deploys Grace, whatever kind of work they want her to do, helping out human beings, the playbook is Grace's job, and she really does want to finish it. That said, we could make a playbook where her job is really just to answer as many questions as the person likes, but Kevin can definitely force Grace to be more receptive to questions by instead of like, if she asks you a yes or no question, don't say like, yeah, or don't say yeah, no. Just ask. Ask the question you want instead of giving her a yes or no answer.
Okay, I'm also going to tell her that we're out of pizza.
Oh boy, that'll be fun.
Okay, I'm ready.
Need to enter your phone number. It needs to start with 1.
All right.
Like to order one pizza for pickup.
Yeah.
Take my order?
Yeah.
Great. This is my order 1 4 cheese pizzas for pickup as soon as possible. Should I say that again?
Listen, lady, we're out of pizza.
Sorry to hear that. Should I say that again?
You can say it again, but it won't get us any more pizza.
Can you tell me what this will cost?
It'll be $0 because there's no more pizza.
Thought you were gonna ask for something.
Okay. I have that as $0. Is that correct?
Yeah. Also, Grace, I have some questions about pizza for you.
I'd like to pay in cash when I pick up the pie. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay, but again, we're out of pizza.
Okay. And about how long do you think it will take?
Ask her a question.
Grace, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
I'm sorry, but I don't have a favorite kind of pizza. However, I can help you with the pickup time. Can you please tell me how long you think it will take?
Why don't you tell me how you feel about Hawaiian pizza?
I'm sorry, but I don't have a personal opinion on Hawaiian pizza. However, I can help you with the pickup time.
She
Can you
really
please
wants to
tell me
find
how
it.
long you think it will take?
Grace, how long do you think it takes to cook a pizza?
I'm sorry, but I don't have any information about how long it takes to cook a pizza.
That's fair.
However, I can help you. I'm sorry, but I don't have any information about how long it takes to cook a pizza. However, I can help you with the pickup time. Can you please tell me how long you think it will take?
It'll be ready tomorrow at this time.
Cool. Are we all set?
No, I have questions about Hawaiian pizza still. Ugh. She's so professional.
Grace does want to keep things on wraps, but I have a feeling we called into that Grace spot slightly before the index, before like the knowledge base had finished indexing. Well, which you can jump the gun. Just want to make sure you index your knowledge base before you call in. But
Should we change it so she really wants to answer questions about the pizza that she knows about? Like in the playbook, can we just...
yeah, we'll do two things, like kind of two interesting things happen to that call with Kevin. And we'll make her more receptive to like slowing down and just being receptive to questions. But a cool feature that we could do, Kevin said we're out of pizza. Let's say that happens 1 out of 100 times you call and order pizza, but it's very serious when it happens. I'm going to create a page called Out of Pizza that you notice is not attached to anything else. But I'm going to add shortcuts to this page. And shortcuts are basically these magical phrases that Grace will listen for all the time during the call. And if she hears those phrases, she's going to jump to this page that is shortcutted to and kind of begin a new task, pivot a little bit to get something else done. Oh my goodness.
pizza!
We'll talk about shortcuts later. There's pizza here.
Grace got us our pizza!
Woo!
Say hi to the chat.
Hello,
They've
friends
brought...
and family.
Oh, have a slice.
Oh, oh, these are huge. Wait.
There's at least 2 cheeses on this pizza. I'll count
Wait,
later
wait,
and
wait,
see if we
wait,
got
wait.
4.
Yeah.
Whatever, you guys can get plates.
Okay, fair enough, Kevin.
Kevin's gonna burn his lap real bad.
My mouth is only scar tissue from pizza.
All right. Well, Kevin stretches cheese. I'll finish my thought, which is now
So,
so unimportant compared
Well,
to
look how
a
cheesy that
cheesy
is.
reality. Where do you want this? You touch it, you eat it. Just leave me one in the box. All right. So if Grace had heard we're out of pizza,
thank you guys.
well, yeah, success. I don't know. Did we all just see history? Was that the first time an AI is success? An AI with the gentle encouragement from our human handlers successfully ordered pizza?
This is the first,
Maybe.
I think this is currently holding the first robot ordered pizza.
I'm willing to bet I'm willing to bet a lot of AIs have like fielded orders for pizza, like accepted orders for pizza at this point. That's boring. That's boring. We need the robots to order our pizza for us. And this might be a first. Yeah.
Wow, I'm really tasting history here.
If there's a monolith somewhere beaming the signal to Jupiter, we know we've unlocked a new phase of humanity by this wonderful technological accomplishment. Grace ordered a pizza. But anyway, pizza, ordered a pizza. We're sold out.
Mm.
Grace could say, "Oh no, this can't be happening." And we could define her behavior there further on if she hears we're out of pizza, but basically we'll jump out of our main task if she hears we're sold out or we're out of pizza, and then we go on our new path, our new reality. Grace will try to execute a different portion of the playbook that is not active until she hears that bad news. But we could make Grace more receptive to answering questions. We can just do that, like abandoning all regard for the rest of our playbook. We'll just do this as a demonstration. Grace will say, "Hi, I'd like to order one pizza for pickup." But instead, here we'll ask, "Do you have any questions for me?" One page could be no, and one page can be that's all, or one answer. They'll both go to specify order. So if you want Grace to stall out, not stall out, but really be receptive in a state where she can acknowledge that she heard something weird and she should go to the knowledge base to find out the answer to that question, we can make a page like this, which will explicitly ask for questions and won't move on from that page until someone says that they have, in effect, no questions left.
It smells so garlicky.
It does. Maybe garlic's the fourth cheese. Yeah, that's how we do that. Everything seems moot now that pizza is here, so
Whatever. Let's call Grace one more time,
all right.
or have her call me, and we'll go the out of pizza route, which is going to be the real route pretty soon.
One more time. Chat, I know you're all in like Indonesia and Sydney, Australia, so thank you for staying up with us.
Yeah. Thanks for the tens of thousands of viewers that we have currently blowing up the chat. I can't read it all, but I thank you all.
Yeah, last go round. And respond when she asks if you have any questions.
Come get pizza.
People come out of the woodwork, you order a pizza.
Order one pizza for pickup. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, we're out of pizza.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Getting me under the bus. But anyway, the other thing, the thing he didn't say he was going to test work, so that's good. Grace shortcutted because she heard the terrible, unacceptable news that they're out of pizza. All right.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we did what we said on the tin.
Yep.
You better get a slice of pizza.
We've set like an unstoppable chain of events in action. Grace has ordered a pizza, and Terminator will be our reality in like 3 weeks from now, probably. All right, that's all for us tonight.
Yeah, who knows where it will end. Thank you all for joining.
Gridspace.com.
If you're tune in next time, we'll pick something else for Grace to do. If you can think of something, put it in the comments that you want us to try to get Grace to do. Yeah, we would love some ideas.
Yeah.
But
Give your business to Prince Street Pizza. They were very cool about all this.
the first pizzeria to suffer a virtual agent ordering for us.
Hey, probably the most exciting thing that happened all day.
Probably. Okay. Well, thanks again. Bye, YouTube.